Harnarayan Singh is standing by. We will also have Don Fear, the executive director of the PA, but we'll do that into Sportsnet Central. As soon as we are kind of completing Hockey Central, we'll hand off, but they'll go till 10 o'clock tonight, and lots more on this. Hashtag the conversation. Harnarayan, do you hear Ron?
I do, Ron.
Well, listen, delighted to have you. Go ahead. What are you feeling? What are you thinking about tonight?
Well, first and foremost, it's just you're sick to your stomach to see what's going on. And I really feel that, the hockey world, the basketball world is in their own bubble right now. But when you reflect on it, we're all in our own bubble, and we all look at everything happening in the world through our own lens. And I think what we really need to do as a society is to step back, wear other people's shoes, and see the world through their eyes. And when you do that, you realize we have a really big problem in our society. And what is sickening and what is gut-wrenching and, the fact that this problem is getting worse, there is a lack of respect and dignity for others. There is a lack of value on other people's lives. So the question is, what are we going to do about it? I mean, the only reason we're sitting here even having this conversation, talking about this is because of what the NBA players decided to do yesterday. I'm glad to see the NHL players on board today. And so this is sending a message. This is gaining attention, and it's a monumental moment in sports history right now, something that will be remembered. You and Peter Mansbridge talking about what happened in the 60s. This is going to be remembered for decades to come. And so we have to figure out now, the hockey world, we need a plan. We need tangible goals. I think everybody needs to sit down together and figure out, okay, when this happens again, because the problem is it's not a question of if. When this happens again, what are we going to do? What are we going to say? How are we going to react? And we need to work towards tangible goals. You saw the Milwaukee Bucks able to get state officials on the phone. In the hockey world, let's have that discussion. Players, officials, teams, media, let's figure out what do we want from this. And I think we've been talking about it for a long time. Your show Within Conversation, I had a chance to be on it. You, instead of talking about hockey through that pause, the entire time you were talking about this topic, about racism, about equality, and there's been a lot of talk. So we just got to figure out how to put this into action. And I think that's the crossroads that everyone's at right now.
I was saying, Harnarayan, obviously you can touch on the Vancouver Canucks' role in this, which is very interesting for you in the Lower Mainland, Hockey Night in Canada, Punjabi. I don't have to tell you, that's one of the epicenters of our coverage on that show. But Dr. Courtney Sito, she helped with this policy paper on anti-racism. Sorry, Sully, I'll hold it there if you want to put it on that camera. But this was a paper from a Queen's University get-together over a year ago. Courtney Sito lives in the Lower Mainland, a great little hockey player and a great prof there. She does a lot on intersectional injustice. Renee Hess at the Black Girl Hockey Club in Vancouver does an incredible amount. They're tired. Like you, Harnarayan, the phone rings every time we have a social injustice conversation, and it's on them. Maybe you can speak, and I'm sorry to bring Courtney, you didn't say you're tired tonight. I'm just giving an example of what you must feel, or do you? Are you now inspired or invigorated by watching what we watched tonight, or are you just about at here?
Well, you know what, Ron, you mentioned the Vancouver Canucks, and I think that there was a lot of, it was almost heartwarming for the South Asian community to see that and find out, as we heard in the news, that the Canucks were a catalyst in moving forward this conversation to where we're at right now with the games being postponed. And I saw the We Are All Canucks hashtag being used by a lot of other on the coaching staff, and the vastly diverse fan base of the Vancouver Canucks. You would hope the players had that in front of them in their minds when they decided to do this and reach out to Ryan Reeves and talk to the Vegas Golden Knights. And it's an unbelievable time we're in, where you do reflect on it from your own personal experience. I mean, I've been to hockey arenas where I was, called Taliban or raghead, or, I look at it when in Phoenix after 9/11, a Sikh gentleman with a turban, a gas station owner, was just shot point blank. And I'm not saying that my experience or the community's experience is exactly the same as what's going on with the Black community. By any means, I'm not comparing that at all. But you look at it and you reflect on it, and what it shows is that this problem of racism is rampant in society. And I think, Courtney Situ has done so much to talk about this. Hockey Night Punjabi, we are continually, as you mentioned, Ron, you get this a lot, we get this a ton, that whenever something happens like this is the conversation we need to have. And I want to say to all of those people, you're talking about the hashtag in conversation on social media. You get this. So many people I know out there get this. I get this, that, oh, just shut up and talk about hockey. Like, why are you talking about this? But that is the problem. You know what? Enough is enough. I'm sick of this. We have to talk about it because this is important. Black Lives Matter. And you can't just have somebody, doesn't matter who he is, what he did in the past. You can't have someone shot in the back 7 times at a point blank range with all these people around, other cops there. This has got to stop. This is not an isolated incident. This is happening all the time. It's probably going to happen again, unfortunately, and we got to figure out what to do as a society. I loved what Peter Mansbridge had to say about we need to see more diversity in books, in what children are watching. We need to get out there, as Kadri said, we need to go to the community. So there's a lot of work to be done, but this is a very important moment in sports history we are witnessing, and there's a lot to be done. That's all I can really say.
Well, I'm sorry, Harnarayan, but your phone's going to keep ringing. Congratulations on the book is coming out soon with a lot on that very matter, and thank you for the help tonight.
Thanks, Ron, for having me.
Harnarayan Singh of Punjabi Hockey Night in Canada, and Hockey Night in Canada, of course, doing a wonderful job during the 2020 Stanley Cup playoffs. So that's our story for now.